So, welcome back everyone to Teach2Learn Entrepreneurship Workshop 4. So, last week you guys kind of picked a problem that you wanted to solve and you developed a solution for it, right? Um, so, what we're going to be working on today is looking at the elevator pitch. So, how are you going to pitch that product that you or service that you came up with to make it sound appealing to whoever you're trying to sell it to? So for the workshop outline, before we get into elevator pitches, we're going to talk a little bit more about team norms and the working agreement. So this is kind of we've talked about the importance of different aspects of teamwork before, but we're just going to go a little bit more into it for not too much time, but a little bit before we get straight into the pitching part.
Okay, so last week we covered a little bit over the attributes of like a good team, and on this slide you can see some of the reasons that can prevent a team from operating very well. So there's like a lack of trust, excessive conflict, lack of commitment, little or no accountability, or failure to focus on results. But all of these, like I think we from past experiences, we know that it can easily be resolved. So, for example, lack of trust can easily be solved through like sharing exercises, being open with another. So focusing on increasing your public self and decreasing your hidden self. We can also like clarify commitment and communicate, encourage accountability with feedback. So there's a bunch of solutions you guys can easily implement to have a better like team dynamic and communication with each other. So this is also important as in any startup, you want an effective team because there's going to be a lot of steps and potential difficulties along the way. So having an extremely strong team allows you guys to overcome these and like make it through and succeed. So moving off of that, we have our next slide, which is
I just wanted to say,
yeah.
if you guys want to practice like some of these, like trying to amend some of these problems, I'm sure you guys can think of, the group projects where like a lot of these were problems, and obviously group projects you can't always solve all of these problems because not everyone will always care. But if you get a decent group and it's not working out, you can try to set roles or set like, okay, you're doing this part of the project and we're going to hold all you accountable to do this specific part of the project, and try doing that with some of your group projects and see how that works out.
Yeah. So right here you have your team's working agreement. And so this is something like obviously you guys, this is your second time of working together, and we're like in no way like you're expected to like create this with your own group, but this is just like a nice outline to know about in case like in the future you guys need to create one. So it clearly outlines everybody's part, such as in roles and responsibilities. We mentioned last time having a clear goal as a group is very essential, and that's what we see here in like the shared values and motivation plus the company vision aspect of it. And you see that communication problems can be resolved, as I mentioned, how this team is going to communicate. They said Facebook messaging, Trello, you can also use Discord, like there's various different communication platforms. And then commitment issues and accountability is also clearly taken care of in the company policy. So they're anticipating in case they have any troubles, they already wrote it out in this working agreement. And you can see how it says the time commitment is at least 5 to 8 hours per month. And this kind of like diminishes the number, like it holds everyone responsible to meeting up or working for this project 5 to 8 hours and reduces like potential conflict in the future. And then they also have decision making and how they're going to handle conflict later on. So again, this like reinforces that they're anticipating like any potential problems they might have as a team in the future. It's clearly outlined how they're going to solve it on this document. So then if a problem does arises, they can easily take care of it. And so everybody has a very different like working style, and to define like give a better definition of it, a working style is like the way people work, how they retain information, think, or concentrate. And so on here they have a couple of examples such as planning together and then splitting off when they disperse in a way. So at this point in time, like in the discussion, everyone has a very different working style. It's very unique to you individually, and it's really cool to see whether you like working individually or collaborating. So using the discussion channel, what do you think your work style preference is? Do you like working earlier in the day, later in the day? do you wait to the deadline, like procrastinate to finish something, or are you one of those people who get everything done at the very beginning? Likewise, you can also be very organized, detail orientated, or big picture. Just like feel free to put it all in discussion.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of working style is definitely different. And sometimes your preferred style isn't always necessarily practical. Like, for example, I definitely work better alone a lot of the times, but in larger projects where you have to work with a team, that's not practical, and you still have to be able to be adaptable and work on it. Yeah, you get it done when you get it done. Hopefully that getting it done is before the deadline, if you have one of those. Does all the work first. Y'all are better than us. If you're
Well, like,
true.
yeah.
I'm a procrastinator, dude.
I think I always want to be the person who finishes early.
It's okay if you're a procrastinator, but there is a degree of management to it. Until parents find out. Yeah, working by yourself. Yeah, working by yourself versus working with a team. It's a pretty big distinction.
Yeah. Both of them have like their
And it's
benefits.
good to recognize. Yeah. And it's good to recognize how you personally feel about it. Not only because then you can tell other people and kind of make agreements, but also for the sake of like understanding that, okay, maybe if I prefer working by myself, working with a team is kind of a weakness, right? In that case, I need to I need to think about how can I improve in that respect, even if I don't like it that much. Working with team more fun if you're the boss. I can understand that.
I also like how you guys are like finding times of the day you guys feel the most effective. Like some people like say like in the afternoon. But for me personally, although like in the morning sometimes I'm really effective, I find myself like when it's nighttime, which is a bad habit, that because of the pressure that I have to get it done by the next day, I'm the most effective then.
Dude, 7 to 10, that's like
Mhm.
peak productivity hours.
It's 7 to 10. Mine's like 12 to 2. Like,
Okay.
Okay. At that point, you're not. That's not productivity. That's just like, oh shoot, I gotta get it done.
oh yeah. No, I take a nap beforehand, so I have like more energy.
Oh. But you guys are giving really good
I've-
responses.
We're
I don't
really
think
bad
that's a
role
good.
models.
I don't think that's a good working schedule.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
maybe I should fix it.
12
We're
to 2
not.
is nothing. I don't. Nothing to strive for.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't be like me. I'll try to fix it later.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Like if you can, it's really beneficial to have like working style like in the morning because you can get everything done and the rest of the day is free to do whatever. But
Yeah, I'm more of a, yeah, I'm more of a morning person. Like I'll get up 6 and work all the way up until 12, and then I'll have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. I think that was morning.
Yeah, but a lot of
Afternoon,
different
there's just too much distractions. My phone is buzzing over and over again. So I get up before everyone else gets up.
See, in order
With
to be productive in the morning, I have to get up earlier than I do right now.
yeah,
It's like 11, so.
the AMs do make sense, kind of, because everyone's sleeping, so you can actually focus.
yeah, I think AM to like working in the morning is extremely beneficial like in the school year over the weekends. But now over the summer, since there's too much time, I become lazy in the morning and I just like do everything in that like evening.
Afternoon.
Yeah. I like working in the morning and evening, but the evening is more relaxing. Those are all very good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, like, good and different answers too. And it's good to recognize that, like, like, don't work at like midnight or like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But for the most part, all of the different like working styles are like none of them are specifically better than the other as long as they work for you. But don't stay up late. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I don't know. Let's not.
Yeah. Okay, so
All
we're
right.
gonna move on.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about the elevator pitch. We're not gonna watch this whole video because that'd be dumb. But we're gonna watch a little bit of an example of a pretty good elevator pitch.
Oh.
Bro. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, Danny, that's me.
Instill students with the limitless capacity
Can you
to
guys
build
hear?
the future.
Oh my God, arrows.
Emily!
Please.
Okay, got a good example.
Okay, there.
LaunchX instills students with the limitless capacity to build the future. When I was in high school, I had a lot of creativity, drive, passion, wanted to take on the world. And adults would always just say, oh, you'll do great things someday. But then when I got out to the real world, I felt utterly unprepared. Being asked to take initiative, be resourceful, creatively problem solve. Entrepreneurship education is a great answer to both of these problems. Believing that they're capable of great things now, building a real skilled mindset for their futures. We offer programs through Launch Summer, LaunchX Clubs, and our online course to reach students across the world with entrepreneurship education, and wanting to reach even more throughout the coming years. At LaunchX, we instill students with the capacity to build the future.
Okay, so we're gonna. Well, actually, first let's talk about what did you guys notice about this pitch that like you may have liked or not liked. Go ahead and type in discussion, or just things that you noticed about it in general. In my opinion, it's not really a perfect pitch, but there, you know, there's some good things to be taken away from it. There was a lack of elevators. That is unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of sound like an adult. Yes, that's very true. It is very true.
An ad. Yeah, and well, you are. That's the thing, though. You're trying to persuade whoever you're pitching to. That's the whole point of a pitch, right? You're trying to persuade whoever you're pitching to either support or to buy whatever you're selling.
Oh yeah.
The mission,
Mission.
anecdote, mission. Those are good. Talk slowly to clearly understand.
Yeah.
Trying to like properly conveying what you want to say. Persuasion is like the number one thing, and try to break down like how do you persuade other people.
I personally think the biggest thing that she did was the anecdote in the beginning, talking about why she started it and like how she came up with the idea.
Yeah, these are good answers. All right, we're gonna okay. Now we're gonna look more on the actual elevator pitch. So this is just if any of you guys are going to public speaking workshops, you'll probably see a few parallels here, because at the end of the day, you know, a pitch and a speech are both presentations, right? And so they can have similar structures. That being said, if you go to our speaking workshops, you'll remember that an outline isn't necessarily like the law, right? You don't have to follow this outline exactly, but if you don't have any other ideas, if you're just like, okay, I need somewhere to start and just to go from there, then this is a good place to start. So three big things, right? Your intro, your problem, and then your solution. So your intro is like, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? What you immediately try to do is you try to hook your audience. And for those of you that are in public speaking, this is even more, arguably even more important than when you're doing public speaking. Because not only are you trying to like just convince them about an idea, you're trying to sell them something. So hooking their getting their attention immediately and making them interested in whatever you're selling. And then you do a little bit of a basic introduction, like she's like the lady in the example said, you know, introducing the basics of what LaunchX is, entrepreneurship education, that kind of thing. So, you know, a basic introduction to the name of the product, maybe a brief sentence about what it generally is, and then looking at your problem. So here, the best way to think about this is your anecdote, right? So introduce what problem, not necessarily in this order, but tell them what problem that your solution is solving. And why is that problem important? This is a huge one, and that's where the anecdote kind of comes in. You know, for the example, why is it important to educate students about entrepreneurship? And then, but then for other examples, you know, why is it important that some of you might struggle to come up with a good answer for this, some of you might not, depending on the nature of your product, but just try to think about it. And then why current solutions aren't good enough. So what is missing currently? What does not exist? What is the gap in the current industry or in the world that your product or your company is trying to fill? And then lastly, the solution, which is going to be much larger or take much more time usually than the other two, is just explaining briefly how your solution works. Don't get too deep into it because that will usually bore the listener if they don't really care about the inner workings of whatever you made. But explain briefly how it works. And usually you want to prove that it works in a certain way, right? You want to have some kind of data to back it up. Obviously, in our current situation, that's a little bit difficult. But if you guys think back to the Scrub Daddy pitch that we watched in the first workshop, for those of you that remember that, he demonstrated how it works directly to the sharks, right? So that's one thing. That's a good thing to think about when you're pitching your product. And then lastly, this is probably even the most important thing, is focusing on the benefits of your solution to the user. So remember, it's not necessarily about which feature or which aspect of your product that you find most exciting personally, because, oh, I worked super hard on this aspect, or, you know, I just think this is really cool. Think about what the potential customer or what the potential user wants to hear about it. What do they care about the most? And try to focus on that more than what you care about the most. But yeah, intro, problem, solution. And then trying to use the hook, trying to use the anecdote, and then trying to focus on the benefits. Beyond that, again, parallels if you're in public speaking, but body language and tone of voice are a huge factor in the pitch's success, right? So we mentioned a little bit about the example, how she talked pretty slowly. That's part of tone of voice, right? The speed at which you talk, the confidence that we have. Sorry. The amount of confidence that you have when you're speaking, it's super important in making the audience listen to you, right? Body language, you know, it's a little harder to work on because we're online, but it is something really important to think about. What hand gestures are you using? Are you standing with good posture? How confident do you appear besides how confident you sound? But yeah. And then big thing, being excited or passionate about your product or service. I mean, you made it, right? If you don't sound excited about it, why is the person you're talking to supposed to get excited about it? Okay, so what we're gonna do for pretty much the rest of this workshop is you guys are gonna be developing an elevator pitch for the product or the service that you made, and then you're gonna be presenting it to people from other groups. So like,
around 3 people, we switch.
Yeah. So once you guys finish your pitches, you're gonna kind of swap with some other groups and then pitch to them instead.
There's only 4 groups in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you guys all remember like which number group that you were in before?
Oh,
We can
I wrote down the people in mine. So.
Okay.
I don't think I was here for the first one last time. I was here for the second one. So.
Okay. So group 1 will be clean water. Group 2 was safer internet browser. Group 3 was homeless volunteering opportunities, and group 4 was healthcare for people in poverty.
Wait, no, it was
right?
There were two.
Oh, no.
There were 2 different safer internet browser groups, and there was no group for.
Oh, okay.
People in poverty. Yeah.
So,
but there was clean water. Sorry.
Okay, so I guess group 1 is clean water, group 2 and 3 was safer internet browser, and group 4 was homeless volunteering opportunities. And then if you guys could remember your the group that you guys were in last time. And then if you don't remember, just stay in the discussion. We'll help you put in a group. But other than that, we can start heading over into our groups right now.
So we're gonna switch everyone one by one.
Oh,
Or, like-
we're as a group, we're all creating our own elevator pitch. Like Clean Water will come up with a clean water, and then after 8 minutes, group 1 and 2 are going to swap 3 people, and then group 3 and 4 are going to swap 3 people, and that way both groups will give their elevator pitches to each other.
Okay.
So you guys, I remember where you were. Yeah. So clean water. If you were solving the clean water problem last time, go to group 1. And then the internet browser is 2 or 3, and then the last, yeah, the healthcare one, or no, not the healthcare one, the homeless volunteering one. It looks like most people sorted themselves out. I think what happened also is that some people may have swapped sessions, which could be a
from
problem.
first to second.
Yeah, which doesn't really work well for
Which
here.
one was the social media addiction?
That was in session 2 last week.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys want to deal with this?
He can just, or wait, whoever said that, you can just join the group that we just mentioned was you were most interested in.
Okay, which one was the healthcare one?
That was group 4.
Wait, no, that one's not. It's the group 4 is homeless volunteering opportunities.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. So you can go ahead and go to group 4. Who do we have left? Yeah, if you were in session 2 last time and you're now in session 1, just go ahead and go to the group that you had the most interest in. We'll figure it out. There's 3 of you. 2.
Rodrigo and Luke, do you guys know what group you guys were in?
I'm gonna go help Bobby, so I'm gonna go to group 2.
Okay.
Should I go to group 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rodrigo and Luke, do you guys know what group you guys are in?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember what passion? Oh, well then out of all the ones, which one are you most interested in? Clean water, safer internet browser, or homeless volunteering opportunity?
Safer internet browser.
Okay, then I'm gonna put you in group 2. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Give me a second. Alrighty, hi guys. So, wait, can you guys hear? I can see everyone. If you guys could all unmute yourselves and then turn on your camera, it would just make the process much more fun. Thank you, Raghav. And I do remember you, Raghav.
Yeah, we ate ice cream.
Yeah, I remember that. Who else? Do you guys look at the document and decide on which one you are most interested in? We'll have around 2 minutes to finally decide on which idea. I believe we were deciding between a plant or a machine. So in the next 2 minutes, or I guess right now, everyone just vote for one on the document. Or if you guys don't have it, I sent the link into the group chat so everyone can access it. But if you can't, you just tell me out loud right now and I can just write down a vote for you for which one, and then that will be our idea. Okay, I guess I was
Wait, where do we vote?
Did you see I sent a link to our last week's document into the general like discussion group, and that's just about clean water. And so we need to decide on an idea before we go on an elevator pitch, because I believe we were deciding between either having a water plant or having a machine. It might be easier if I just share the screen myself. Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna call on everybody for them to tell me their vote. So, Raghav, which one do you prefer?
Machine.
Machine? I'll put a vote for you.
Yeah.
Ashutosh? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but which one do you prefer? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat what you said? Okay. Chris, which one do you prefer?
The machine.
Machine? What about you, Elena?
Machine.
Machine? Mateo, which one do you prefer?
Machine.
Machine? We also have Oliver, which one do you prefer?
Machine.
Machine? Theo? What about you?
Machine.
Okay, and then Victoria, which one do you prefer?
Machine.
Okay, and then Ashurdash? Can you tell me how to pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. Alright, okay, I guess I couldn't hear what he said, so I guess we're just going to continue on. Our final vote was a machine. Oh, I can hear you now.
Now, I voted for machine.
Okay, well then that was unanimously. We all voted for the machine, so this is what we're going to be using as our startup and what we're going to be pitching. So I'm going to copy everything we brainstormed over to the other document I sent into the chat, where we're going to be forming our elevator pitch. So this is exactly what was on the slide, and then we can just all brainstorm on it together. If everyone could unmute themselves, that'll make this process really easy, because I can just write down what you said, or you can just access the document yourselves, because you should be able to just edit on it directly. Okay, yeah, so what do you guys want to do as your introduction? Because three of you guys are going to be switching with group 2 to present, so we all need to be able to know this well. Oh my goodness, it's frozen.
So,
yeah, so we all need to come up with an introduction together. And like what Emily mentioned, the best way to set the scene with either with a rhetorical question or a hook. In this case, hook can be like, there's a lot of very different, like either it can be an anecdote as well, even though that's a problem. But a rhetorical question, especially as prevalent as a problem as like water scarcity, specifically clean water, we can do a rhetorical question if you guys want to. What are your thoughts?
can we like start with like a let's say like there's not water. Like I'm just saying, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not the exact sentence, but like there's not enough water sources in the world. There's not enough clean water in villages and cities.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly.
Of third world countries.
We can set the scene like saying we can use that's what's it called? It starts with anaphora, repeating there is over and over, and that kind of reinforces your point that there is a lack of access to clean water. So you said there's not enough clean water?
Mhm.
Water. What else? How do you guys want to introduce our product? That will be the next part of the introduction. Anyone? I'm gonna call on people now. Theo, what
So
do
we
you
need to
think?
think of a name.
Oh, yeah. I guess we will need to have a name for the product. It can be anything.
What exactly is our product?
Oh yeah.
Clean
Okay,
water.
so I copied over what you guys brainstormed last time, which is a machine that filters water. It's going to be compact, smaller, or small, but you should be able to have 2 pods that allows you to take a shower. There's cold and hot water option, and this is also going to be something that's going to be shared by a village, and each village can get 2 to 3 depending on their size. Leftover water can always be recycled. We're going to be able to fundraise it, and so they can build it in the location. We're still deciding on whether we're going to be manufacturing or like have someone manufacture it. But the company can also generate the design and idea of the machine, patent it, and earn a percentage of sales. That's what you guys had from last time. The most easiest way to go out of this might be just to manufacture the machine itself, and you guys can just talk about how you can the shower, cold and hot water option, as well as like the tap water and the leftover water can be recycled. That's what you guys had for last time. And then what we have so far as our introduction is there's not enough clean water in the world, but we can build upon it. But my internet is lagging, so I can't really see what I'm typing on the other side. So what else do you guys want to add into the introduction?
After
Like
we say the problems, I just think we should introduce the product first off.
Okay. Yeah. So how do
yeah,
you guys
and
want to
then
introduce the product?
I mean we could also have like millions of people don't have I guess millions of people
Yeah. We could say like millions of people don't have access to the sacred resource that we
to
take
clean
for
water.
granted. To clean water. Millions
Yeah.
of people. Why isn't it showing up? Here. Let me try again.
Wait, what is her name again?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Oh, what is the name?
You guys
Of the
haven't
company?
decided that yet, so you guys can choose right now.
Oh,
We need a creative
Machine
person.
for man.
That's an option.
Machine.
Do you guys like that? Machine for mankind? Yes, no? Otherwise, that's going to be our company's name.
Kind of
I don't
broad,
know.
isn't it?
Yeah, machine for mankind. It doesn't really like define what it does.
But I like the alliteration.
Alliteration. Yeah, that definitely. We might want to include something that talks about water or clean water so they know that that's what we're targeting.
Maybe like water well or something.
Water well? What are your thoughts on that? Victoria, what do you think?
I think we can combine both of those names, like water for mankind or something like that.
Yeah, that works.
That's a good name.
Water for mankind.
It's kind of long though, isn't it?
It's up to you guys.
Like a non-profit organization, right? Or is it like, are we doing money or non-profit?
What do you guys think we guys should do?
Maybe like in the beginning we could have a fundraiser, and then we could start like
But wouldn't that be?
manufacturing.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like bad on the public image? Like they're, I don't know, like they all have a mindset that wow, they saw how much money, and then they're just taking advantage of that.
You could donate all of the money that we earn.
Yeah, we can do that. We can be a profit organization, and we can just do a lot of donations. That seems
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like Mateo's idea. So right now, do you guys want Water for Mankind to be your name?
Yeah, I like that name.
That's still kind of broad, isn't it? Water for men.
Could be water for all.
Yeah, water for all.
Okay. Then, does everyone agree?
Sure.
Okay, so that's our name, Water for All. We have a little bit of introduction. You guys are going to talk a little about background. There's not enough clean water in the world. Millions of people don't have access to it, a resource that many take for granted. You guys can introduce Water for All. You guys can then go to the problem. So what problem is your product solving?
People not having water, clean water.
Yeah, so people not having access to clean water. Why is this problem important to solve? You guys can include an anecdote.
It leads to diseases and more it's sort of like society mindset. Like if they go somewhere and they're not clean, they're gonna like why would they associate with them, right? They're gonna exclude them.
Yeah, for sure. Like it has negative social association and pressure if in a way you're not like bathed or clean with clean water. Those are all. It's also something like having access to clean water. It benefits your life tremendously because you can cook with it. You can also like wash clothes, wash dishes. There's so many things that clean water can benefit your lifestyle.
And also third world countries, their medical stuff isn't as advanced, so they can't like cure some diseases.
Oh yeah, so this is more of a preventative measure. If we're able to eliminate the dirty water that causes the diseases, that many of which, like you mentioned, can't be solved with the medical industry's resources there, this can save a lot of people's lives. What are is there current solutions that aren't good enough that we can mention?
The life straw.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that. Cannot prevent.
And then like the pills that you put in water to clean it.
Yeah, because those have to be filtered again afterwards because it filters the water so it distinguishes all of the dirty stuff at the bottom, but then they need to be filtered again to eliminate the dirty stuff at the bottom of the container.
Oh, yeah. What is it called?
I have no idea. There were countries that don't have resources to eliminate diseases, and then we can add the current solutions already in the world, which you guys mentioned is Life Straw.
Oh, it's called Aqua Tabs.
Aqua Tabs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you guys both, like what Rob mentioned, you guys can mention this whenever you're talking about your elevator pitch, saying like, oh, there's current solutions such as Life Straws, but those are kind of fairly expensive for just a single straw, because each individual person will have to buy their own unless they want to share it. And during nowadays of like coronavirus, that brings a lot of like transfer diseases and germs, which is a hazard. You guys can also talk about like Aqua Tabs, which you can filter, put it in a source of water and shake it and allow all the dust or particulates that accumulate in the water to settle down the bottom, but that will require you to filter again, and it's also a fairly expensive product. And you guys could then mention your solution, which is the next step. So explain how your solution works.
Isn't that like putting another company down though, saying that like they're expensive and stuff?
That's true,
I mean,
but it's in a way your competitive advantage.
Yeah,
So
and
you don't have to
it's
focus
only
on this. Oh, sorry. You can
it's
go.
only one-time use. The aqua tabs, like you have to buy the pills again and again.
That will be something. Well, in comparison to yours, yours is going to be more long-term, and it's in the village the whole time. And going back to what Theo, like you mentioned, is a very valid point. Like we're kind of putting them down. So if you want in your elevator pitch, you don't have to say mention these specific companies, or you don't have to like even include this part. What I'm highlighting right here. You can just mention the other two questions, like explain what problem is your product solving, and also explain why is that problem important to solve. So you can just eliminate the bottom half if you don't want to like mention or put down other companies, because what you're saying is very valid as well.
Yeah, but it's also our advantage, isn't it?
It is a competitive advantage. You can describe, I guess you can mention specifically about their products without mentioning the company's names, so you don't have to like directly insult a company, but being able to be a multiple time use is a competitive advantage, and also being more being more affordable is like another competitive advantage. So either way, you can choose to include it, choose not, but I'll cover like the problem aspect of this outline that Emily mentioned. And then lastly, we have our solution. Explain how your solution works. Does anyone want to elaborate on that?
It takes any water from anywhere and turns it into clean, usable water to bathe, shower, or even drink. With just one simple machine, small machine inside your home, you can do virtually anything you want with water.
That was really good. One simple machine.
Thank you.
You can do virtually anything.
Maybe not or even drink, because the whole point is to get people, like the whole point of water is because we need it to drink. So we kind of came up with this idea for people to drink, and then like having a shower or having more water to clean dishes with is kind of like the better part of it.
Wait, so are we going to be focusing more on the showering and like providing tap water, or what exactly do you guys want the machine to do?
I mean, I think we're more focused on having people like getting clean water for people to drink, and then like they can take the water home and take a shower at their house or take a bath at their house. Or there's also a shower built into the machine, so it's more convenient for people.
Okay, so yeah. So we're going to have to focus more on saying we're providing the clean water, and then they can do all this stuff with the water that provided from the machine. Is that how you're saying it?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, how would you want to phrase it?
And then are we going to take water from underground?
Who came up with this idea originally? What were they thinking? Okay, then
I think we can take it from underground, right?
yeah, we can take it underground. We can also take it from lakes and ponds available, whatever water source, because you will have to like filter the water. I feel like that's what the machine's going to be doing, because the machine can't just like all of a sudden like create water on its own.
Yeah, and then it can filter the unfiltered water from the lake or pond.
So this machine will be able to filter water from underground or nearby rivers, lakes, or streams. And then, what have you executed to prove your solution works? I guess
Wait, isn't it? It takes water from anywhere and turns it into clean, usable water.
From here?
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss spells? Do you want me to delete this part?
No. Never mind.
Wait, you can access the document directly. I just my internet is.
Wait, where is it?
I sent it into the chat, the discussion chat. It'll be the second document I sent into it. And you should be able to edit directly in it. Yeah.
Wait, into the text?
The discussion group, the discussion chat.
For entrepreneurship?
Mm-hmm. Here. Let me see.
Can you send it again in the text?
Oh wait, never mind. It was in the check into the announcements.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. I definitely sent it in somewhere.
That's the other one.
Okay, I'll send this again for everyone. My apologies. Okay, do you see it now?
Yeah. Yeah, we got it.
Okay, yeah, sorry everyone. You can just access this and then, yeah. We can all just edit directly on here the script.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ragon, you can just edit this directly how you want it to turn. I apologize for what I did earlier. So, Oliver, what do you think? Let's focus on the benefits of the user. So, what are some benefits you think our machine can help other people with?
Wait, instead of saying this machine, can't we just say the name?
Mm-hmm.
What is the name? What's it called?
Water for All?
Oh, Water for All, yeah.
Oliver, what are some benefits of our Water for All that will help benefit other users?
Maybe one of the benefits could be that we could add like a side product that you could buy where it could be like a shower head that you can attach to the filter.
A side product that can be directly attached. An example, I like that. An example would be what you mentioned as a shower head.
Oh, so we're not going to have the shower included in it? I thought we were going to have the shower included.
Oh, only for the like villages that don't have shower, right?
Okay, we could like. I'm also confused on this as well as the product. So as of right now, the product of Water for All includes 2 pods of shower and also like a tap water area just for clean, drinking water. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then like I think what what was mentioned was like a shower head as like I guess a special we could be like a premium feature, like an even more like better one instead of a basic version. That could help.
Okay.
We just mentioned a premium version.
So to have like different modes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some other benefits to your user would include like you're giving access to people who normally don't have clean water. What else? What are the villagers going to benefit from for having the Water for All in their own village?
Or maybe they don't have to walk to like a near water source. It's just right in their village.
Yeah, exactly. Don't have to walk a long distance to get water. It's like all within one area, and then with that, they have more time to focus on what they need to do, whether that's like their jobs or providing like food or school, education. There's a lot of other things that they can focus on instead of like walking a long distance to get water.
A well as well as a filter.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to elaborate on that?
Because isn't this thing like hooked up to a water source, or is it like a well?
I feel like it's hooked up to a water source, right?
To water source, yeah.
Then why don't you have to walk long distances? You still have to go to the water source.
No, it has pipes
Yeah.
that go into like the lake or underground, and then it pulls the water.
Does that make it a little more
Another
sense?
benefit could be that everybody in the village can use it.
Mm-hmm. That's another one.
Yeah, and then maybe you could also have like a rack to put your clothes on when you're showering.
Yeah. Let me add that rack to put.
And then like a light
on,
too.
Showering. A light too.
Yeah.
Plus a light. So yeah, these are all very good benefits, and it's very important, especially since Emily mentioned that the solution aspect is what you're going to be trying to sell to the other people the most. It's your advertisement for the Water for All, and this is where you're going to be explaining what it is. You guys already mentioned, have a little blurb about that, and then most importantly, focusing on the benefits of the end user. Like this is convincing them to say, oh, if I have a Water for All, these are all the things I'm going to benefit from it. And you guys already have a list of numerous things, and it's very important for you guys to like get that across to your whoever you're pitching it to. So I think we're pretty much done with that. Is everyone good with our elevator pitch? It's like an outline.
I think so.
It's like a brief outline. So with that, I'm gonna go check on another group. Group 2 and see if they're ready, because if so, then we're going to switch with each other. So you guys all have access to this document. You guys can look over it. You don't have to say everything word for word. It's more so like an outline bullet point list of things that you can mention in the introduction, your problem and your solution part of your elevator pitch. So I'll let you guys like brainstorm a little more of like how you guys would like in a 3 to 4 person team present this, and then I'm going to go ask group 2 to see if they're ready.
Whatever it was. Do you want to add the stat?
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I think the stat could be good, but I don't know about saying as a matter of fact, because that feels kind of unnecessary to me.
Avi, are you guys how far are you guys into this?
We're like finishing up problem right now, I think. And then
Okay.
we're about to go into solution. I don't know if we're gonna be able to have them present to each other, but
I think our time's up,
the
basically.
logistics were kind of questionable anyway, if I'm being honest. So
Okay. So then should I just like have my team just present to themselves?
yeah, go ahead. It's good practice.
And then are we gonna be meeting again for the general afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
To talk about the other thing.
We have 8 people though.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, she's gonna select 3.
Well, it turns out
Oh.
we're all gonna be presenting because their group is still working on the problem part. And so you guys are all gonna be presenting in your combined elevator pitch to me. So I'll be your customer that you guys are gonna try to sell. I'll be the person on the Shark Tank on the other side. And you guys are gonna be like the scrub daddy person.
Oh, so all 8 of us presenting?
Do you think that'll be hard or do you guys wanna split into 2 groups?
I think we should split.
Okay. 1, 2, there's 8. So on my screen, I'm just gonna split you guys. So it's gonna be Chris, Ashura, Matteo, Theo, and then the rest is gonna be Elena, Raghav, Oliver, and Victoria. Does that sound good?
Okay, so one person does the intro, second person does the problem, and then 2 people split the solution.
That seems good. Do you guys want, as a group, your 2 groups decide who's gonna do intro, problem, and solutions right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Oliver, Victoria, Elena, what do you guys want to do?
I can do the part of the problem.
The problem? Okay, so you can do explain how your solution works, and then
I can do half of the solutions.
yeah, so Elena can do the how the solution works, and then Victoria can do like the benefits. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Oliver, do you want to do the intro or the problem?
I'll do the problem.
Wait, can you speak up a little?
I'll do the problem.
Okay, I'll do the intro.
Okay. Wait, so you have one person, you're doing the intro, Oliver is doing the problem. Is Elena doing the problem or the solution?
I'm explaining how the solution works, and then I think Victoria's gonna finish it.
Okay, that seems perfect. So that your group is ready. So you guys can like right now think about what about our other group? Do you guys want to decide on your roles?
Wait, Victoria, you're doing the
Benefits?
benefits, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay. So, Elena, you can do the solution. Explain how the solution works, and then Victoria's doing the benefits.
Okay.
Okay. And then what about our other group?
Okay, so Chris, Mateo, and Elena. Wait, what did they have?
They had Raghav, Oliver, Elena, and Victoria.
Oh, so okay. Oh, so they don't have Victoria?
No, Victoria's
Theo.
on their team.
So they
Your
have 5
group
people.
your group is Ash. Your group is you, Chris, Theo,
Mateo.
and Mateo.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what do you guys want to do? Chris.
I can do the intro.
Chris's intro?
Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. We have
Mateo.
Theo.
Can I do solution?
Okay. And then Thea.
Parts are available.
I'm sorry.
What parts are available?
Part of the problem, right? Like there's 2 parts of the problem.
I think isn't it solution that's 2 parts?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Theo can do the
problem and
benefits.
solution.
Actually, can I do introduction?
Oh, Chris is doing introduction. Chris, are you willing to trade?
Not really.
Okay. Let's say, do you want to do problem, solution, or benefits?
I'll go for problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I document the script?
Yeah, it's in the announcements.
In the text.
Oh, yeah.
Discussion text. Okay, so then for your group of Ash, Chris, Mateo, and Theo, we have Chris doing the intro, Mateo doing the problem, Theo doing the solution, and Ash doing the solution as well. Yes, no?
Yeah,
I think
he's
Ash
looking at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do solution, but we're both gonna do solution.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I think you're doing benefits. Because that's the only thing that's left.
But the benefits are the black things, right? The pure black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you just
okay.
roll?
Sorry, Theo, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, what do you want to do though? The benefits or the solution?
I'll do any, whichever one's left.
I made the benefits bold.
Okay, so I'll do solution.
Okay, so that
I'll
means
do benefits.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, we have divided our teams. I'm gonna say Raghav, Oliver, Elena, Victoria. Do you guys want to go ahead and start yours?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the stage is yours.
Okay, so there is not enough clean water in the world. Millions of people don't have access to clean water, a resource many people take for granted. So we came up with a solution, which is a machine, and it's called Water for All.
Oliver, it's your turn. Oliver? You're muted right now. Okay, good.
So the problem we're solving is that people don't have access to clean water. And it's important to solve because dirty water can have diseases, social pressure, benefit lifestyle. Third world countries don't have enough resources to eliminate diseases. And the current solutions aren't good enough. I don't get how to say the last one.
Oh, okay, it's okay. You guys don't have to read directly off the script if you guys don't understand. These are just like bullet point notes of what we just talked about beforehand. But yeah, after problem is Elena on the solution.
The Water for All machine takes water from nearby streams or lakes, and it creates filtered clean water that you can drink, clean items, and bathe with it. And it will fix the problem of there not being enough clean water for people to drink. And it will prevent people from having to walk far, and everyone in the village can use it.
Yeah. Victoria?
So the benefits are that there's a premium version that has the shower head and the shower room, a rack and a light, and it gives access to individuals who normally don't have clean water, and it makes it easier because they don't have to walk a long distance, and everybody can use it.
Okay, yeah, that was perfect. A round of applause for you guys for doing an elevator pitch for the idea that you guys just came up with. Just like for future advice for next time, obviously we're not in person, so it's kind of harder for you guys to work together to get to know your product more in depth. But you guys did a very good job doing your elevator pitch for your first time. But going on for next time, just like feel more confident in this. With this outline, I just created a bullet point list of things that you guys should include in that segment. So there was no way like, oh, you had to like say everything word for word. but like it was just an outline of things that you can elaborate upon. So just feeling more confident next time when you guys present can help you guys a lot. And then like having a very engaging, because you guys want to sound really excited, because this is Water for All is like the new solution for access to clean water. But like otherwise, you guys covered all the main content. So, and it's like a first time for everything. So a huge round of applause for you guys for doing that. And then let's turn it over to our other group to present right now.
Before we start, I have a question. Can you add some of our own words to like our speech?
Could you add your own words into the speech?
Yes.
Yeah. In no way that you're required to like say exactly what it's on here. This was just an outline breaking down a few points that you guys can mention when you do your elevator pitch. So feel free to like it's very important, like talk in your own voice. You can add whatever you want to in there that you feel is relevant to selling Water for All. So yes, to answer your question.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And then I believe Chris is starting the introduction for your group.
Have you ever felt extremely thirsty before after a run? Well, that's how many people feel in third world countries. So, and they need clean water to drink, but sadly, some people don't have it. Millions don't have it, in fact, and there's not enough clean water in the world for everyone. So we have made a machine called Water for All.
Our product is solving is giving water to other people in need that need it for their daily lives to make it easier. People don't have access to clean water, meaning that most of them have to walk miles every day just to get water, to take a shower, cook their meals, drink. It's important to solve, because if not, it's just gonna keep going. It's never gonna end. Dirty water can lead to diseases, and they need it filtered, because most people, like I've read in my books that most people die because, like in my books, that because their water isn't filtered and it has germs and diseases that kills them. And third world countries don't have resources to like cure all their patients from the diseases, meaning that there's a smaller chance that you survive. Current solutions aren't good enough because they don't provide as needed to a certain amount.
What our machine does is that it takes water from anywhere, a pond, a lake, dirty or clean, and it turns it into clean, usable water to drink, to shower, to bathe, and do whatever you want with water. With just one simple machine, you can do virtually anything with water. The water will be able to filter water from underground, nearby rivers, lakes, or streams.
Okay, so you could also upgrade your water machine. A side product that you can also buy that gives a premium shower head, racks, and a light. And our company is giving access to individuals who normally don't have clean water, which is a huge thing for them because water is a necessity. And people don't have to walk long distances to get it because we have plumbing, I guess, pipes, and everyone in the village can use it.
Yay! Another round of applause for your group. I really like how you guys implemented the rhetorical question in the beginning and enticed me, wanted me to listen to your elevator pitch. You guys also included the anecdote in the problem section, so it was like really unique. You guys were very calm throughout the whole thing, elaborated on your points, so that came across. Again, just like it's kind of hard, I understand, as being unable to see each other in person, so you guys can brainstorm everything and get to know each other more, so it'll be like more cohesive in the end. But other than that, you guys for both groups did a fantastic job doing an elevator pitch for an idea that you guys weren't that familiar with in the beginning. And that's pretty much the conclusion of this workshop. You guys came up with an idea, pitched it to me, and did a very good job of it. Obviously, like with more practice, you guys are gonna feel more confident and won't be as intimidating. Our next workshop and also our last workshop is next Tuesday. It deals more with marketing, so you guys can deal with like colors, styles, brands, fonts. So it's much more, in a way, like visually engaging than like I guess this one. And so I hope you guys will come back for our next workshop. You guys are free to go. Sorry for keeping you guys here for so long, but yeah.